No, it does. Okay, so getting a no doesn't bother. Wow, like okay, that's just one more no closer to a yes. That
Yeah.
doesn't. I don't think about that. I'm making 50 to 100 calls a day, or however much it is, and I'm just going on to the next number. Like there's no reason to. What does get under my skin, which is something that in life I've had to learn in general, not necessarily only to do with sales, is like we mentioned before, when someone's rude, when someone is. You're kind to them on the phone. You have a pleasant. Yeah, we're bothering them. You're right. We're in the middle of their day, but you could be like, I've gotten more times than not someone saying not interested, thank you very much, bye, than somebody who is like, what the, why are you calling me at this time? In those moments, it does get under my skin a little bit. I am human, and when someone's like disgustingly rude to you on the phone, it just why are you in business? How do you have a successful business if you're super rude on the phone to people calling? Especially if you're able to have a minute conversation, and after they understand that you're a human who's not just trying to sell them crap, they still are like that. It gets me. I think about it for 10 seconds. I take a breath, I breathe it out, and move on to the next phone call. Because even though it gets under my skin a little bit more, there's no reason to let it sit, because I'm just trying to get, like I said, to the next yes. So if you know what I'm saying, if
Yeah.
and between me and you, and I think I could speak on behalf of the majority of the world, but it's up to whoever's listening to agree or disagree with that. We have so much more to be aggravated about, worry about, and think about when it comes to problems, both in work and in all parts of our life, than for one person who had a 30-second rude phone call with you. So that's why, as much as possible, yeah, take it out, say a comment, jump up for a second, breathe it out, and move on to the next phone call. You're never going to remember them tomorrow for the rest of your life.
Amen, bro. I love it. Any other tips for somebody out there that's listening that, maybe doesn't have near the reps on the cold call stuff, but knows that they, are a few thousand cold calls away from, whatever they want to do in their life? Any other tips you would share with just salespeople in general of how to be more successful in serving local business owners?
First of all, don't stop with the follow-ups. Don't stop with, more importantly than anything, the calls, the phone calls. That should be the majority of people who are prospecting for new leads, for hot leads. Somebody recently told me who's been in the industry for 50 years. They were like, I heard all too often there's so many young people who try to stay at email blasting and try to perfect their emails, which I need to get better at, honestly. I need to speak to you guys and your team of how to really, because I've seen some amazing success, specifically using Resquare when it comes to emails and email blasting for responses, which I haven't had as much success with. But essentially, it's not stopping no matter what with those calls, with the follow-ups. No matter if somebody showed even a little bit of interest at one point, keep calling them until they tell you to your face, no, I understand everything you're selling me and I still have no interest for a whole bunch of reasons, etc., and move on. So I would say more importantly than anything is making sure you write down every piece of information that everyone's saying, you're following up with them via phone call, right? And then of course using the other tools, text, voicemail, email. That's one big tip. Another big tip is something that and every person in sales goes through the hard way, is that the rough patches, the times when, especially for people maybe like me who are in the beginning of the real estate career, you could go 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4, 5 months. Some people, they say 6 months of real estate to even start getting some sort of pipeline before you close anything. It will come if you put in the effort every single day in and day out, and you're actively always trying to grow and learn from everyone around you and find new ways to grow and reach out to people, you will end up selling, you will end up growing. And if you're selling a product, you're not working for people, who are scammers or, have, something bad, but if you're selling any kind of product and you keep on pushing, you will end up being successful.